So, does anyone else have those like little memories stuck in your back of your mind from when you were a kid of those like little pieces of media? Like, I still have a few that I can't quite name, but there is one that I am still very fond of, and that is Katamari Damacy. So the first game in this series was released in 2004, um, and it was under the name Katamari Damacy. Um, Now, in Japan, where it was originally released, Katamari Damacy means clump or soul, like clump spirit in Japanese. So it's like you play as this cute little prince, whose dad, honestly, the king of the cosmos, is actually such a fucking nightmare. In most of the games, he's the reason that you have to roll up these Katamari. So really, he's kind of just a nuisance, this king. This game was absolutely incredible when I was a kid. It was originally released on the PlayStation 2 in 2004. Um, and 2004, holy shit, how old was I in 2004? Oh my god, 2004 was 22 years ago. I was 5 when this game was released. 5 years old. Oh my god. Anyway, it wasn't until that I was a little bit older that I actually started playing this game. So I don't think I was actually around 5 years old when I played this game, because my first PlayStation 2 was a hand-me-down from my brother, as were all of my consoles. But when I first found this game, it was um, it was in a thrift shop, charity shop, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. Um, I think it was a charity shop, either that or it was a CEX where you buy like secondhand games. And I remember seeing this, and it was real cheap, and I had no idea. The colors on the packaging just had me hooked. Immediately, I needed to play this game. And then it turned out the soundtrack was actually incredible. So the soundtrack, I think they have. I think for some songs they have their own orchestra, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, so they'll do like live shows with their own orchestra and things like that. But in the recent games, they kind of just they bring everyone in. They bring all over everywhere. So I don't know if you guys watch this anime, Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, but the Ganamata Ganamata Mashana Berman. So, so the band that wrote that song also are in the new game, which I will get onto later. Which is I've been playing the new game on Steam. And of course, there's like Katamari Damacy Reroll. There's a whole bunch of other games but Once Upon a Katamari is what I've been playing currently. Um, and I've got to say, it's just reignited my love for this series. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, I started drawing out onto the drawing. The whole premise of this video is I did a drawing. It's kind of like a background. I also did a Tamagotchi one, but I lost. I lost the footage. I lost the time lapse footage, and I've never been more devastated in my life because I am honestly so pleased with that drawing. I'll insert a little image of it here because I am so angry at myself that I lost the footage for that because wow, what a video that was. Um, anyway, onto the drawing. So I started drawing this on my iPad. So that's why it kind of looks to begin with. I am not used to my iPad anymore, so I have recently been using the Canva. So this is what I currently use. It's not plugged in right now, but I used to use my iPad, which was really great. So I use Procreate. But since I've started using the drawing pad on my PC, it's kind of like, wow, why did I ever use an iPad? Like, I don't know. They are fantastic for what they are. You know, you can take them everywhere. But yeah, I wasn't used to it, and I did not like how it felt. So you'll see that like the beginning of this drawing, like half of it is just it gets restarted a couple times actually because I was just so uncomfortable on my iPad. I don't know what it is. I kept trying to press the Canva buttons. I know, I know when I switch from iPad to traditional, I do the double tap thing to try and undo a line. But so it was kind of like I was trying to use my Canva controls for my iPad when it just wasn't working. Yeah, so I spent a good, oh my god, it must have been like 5 hours just drawing out some random cousins that I didn't like. So this pink cousin on the screen, this is Lermore. That's like the romance cousin. So when I found Lermore first time, it was I think Katamari reroll, and you're kind of rolling up all of these. I think you're roses or flowers or something. And you see him in like a little bed of flowers surrounded, and it's super cute. Um, so Lamore is one of my favorites. To be frank with you, I don't know if any of these little guys have genders because they're all aliens. So
How many genders are there? I don't know.
yeah, they do have genders. Lamore is she her. Yeah, I wanted to change her pose completely. I did not like the way she looked. She needed more character, more animation, just something more fun, more movement. She just didn't want it looking stiff. And then the next cousin. This one again. This none of this stuff stays. Like, who's this one? So this one's Odeko. He's the one that looks really long. I yeah, he's a weird one, but I thought he was super cute. I gave it a shot. I gave him a little smirky face, a little Chad face. This is actually one of my favorite cousins. Dangle he looks almost identical to the prince, except that his arms are like super long. So basically, he uses his arms as his feet and his feet as his hands. He's super cute. I like Dangle a lot. Like, I've got to say, one of my favorite things about this game is the character design and the music, because it's just incredible. This is where I get to where I start to realize, like, okay, despite all of my effort, like, I really just do not like what I'm doing. Like, I don't like the way the faces look. I haven't got enough detail. And I just don't like the way the colors are moving. And at this point, I'm still away for a couple days, so there's like literally nothing I can do but accept the fact that I hate the drawing and just carry on because I'm away for the weekend. What the heck am I gonna do? And then this is Dip. This is also another one of my favorite cousins. He's the one that is like covered in stars. Sometimes they like flash and change colors depending on what game he's in.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
And it's right here that I start to think, wow, those guys just weren't what I wanted. I didn't like them at all. And I'm finally home. I can use my normal pens, like my pens and brushes and things like that. And I finally get like a groove on. Um, this is Jungle. Despite his name, he has like this really cute. Oh my god! Despite his name, he has this like really cute like water scene on him. I say on him. I don't know how to describe it, but he's like, I don't know. I just thought he was really cute. You can see like a couple little houses in the background, and then there's some water, and he's got rainbow legs. I don't know. He's just one of my favorites. I think he's like super cute, super funky. So I kept him. Oh yeah, and the two that I kept from the original sketch are Mickey and Moore. I really like the colours of those two, so we kept them in. They're funky and fresh. and just adding some shade. Do you know what? Shading this piece was kind of a nightmare because there's so many different colors, and I was like working on one layer for some reason. Like, I find that when I work on one layer, it looks a lot better, simply because I don't know, the colors stick together a lot more. I find that if I use separate layers, they don't blend, they just seem to smudge out. Once we finish up with jungle here, we get to work on the background. I just wanted easy peasy, just some colors in the background. Done, rainbow, sorted. Oh, this little cousin. So this is Drooby. Now let me tell you about Drooby. Drooby, to me, just looks absolutely ridiculous. Just like absolutely absurd. Like the name, her name is literally Drill Booby. Drooby. Drill Boobies. Like, she's just absurd and I love her so much. She's like a motherly presence for obvious reasons. Do you know what? She also kind of reminds me of Aunt Fanny. I don't know why. I feel like I feel like she would have a massive bunda. I don't know. And then we've got Harvest, which is super cute. Harvest is like a cute little apple, which is a lot of fun to draw. Again, super easy. I love the green and the reds, which are also like complementary colours because they're opposite on the colour wheel. I just think they're super cute. I love them a lot. I know I keep saying that, but this drawing is just all of my favourite cousins. But oh, this one, again, this is Nick. He is a fat little critter. Just the fattest little guy. He has his description is he eats in a very particular way, and none of the other cousins want to eat around him, which I thought was quite funny, because I'm much the same. Yeah, just a fat little guy that loves to eat. Oh, and then we've got Miso. This is a great cousin. I love the design for this one. Essentially, miso is what it says he is. You know, he's a bowl of miso. So I thought it was a good combo to have these two having a little interaction. Miso terrified that this enormous cousin is gonna eat him because he's absolutely devouring this onigiri. God, he looks terrifying. So also like just to put it into like perspective, the scale of these guys, I'll post a like here's a little reference image up here of the prince and these Katamaris. So depending on the level, it depends on the size of the Katamaris, but the cousins are always consistently tiny. Oh, this one is Nickel. Nickel. This one's my boyfriend's pick. I asked what kind of Katamari he wanted to include, and he went for this one, which I thought was a good choice. I think this one's the only robot Katamari in the game, which would make sense. And then we get some rainbows in the background, some food, just some random crap that you pick up in game for the Katamaris, and then some stars. Because I don't like negative space. I really struggle with having negative space. And I tell you what, this kanji, oh my goodness, this kanji absolutely had me in bits. Screaming, crying, pissing and shitting, pulling my hair out, trying to draw that. It was a nightmare. This one is Ban Ban, another request of my boyfriend's. He seems to like this little donut guy, and do you know what? I can't blame him. Look at him. Perfect. I think this is June. If this is the polka dot one, I'm pretty sure it's June. She's, getting some calisthenics in, doing her exercise. Again, this one was really fun to draw after all those complicated ones. Oh, it's just easy to like. Oh, this one! Oh, wow! This one's Twinkle. Twinkle is absolutely like. Oh, I adore Twinkle. It's just like the cute little star, almost like looks like a Christmas ornament. It's so cute. And then we've got Ichigo. Not much to say about Ichigo. Obviously, strawberry. Very cute. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Very nice. I do love it. Made her look angry just because I could. And then the little tennis ball guy is Marnie, I think. To tell you the truth, I just liked him because he looked like a tennis ball, and I needed to fill in the space. So I was like, oh, that guy's freaking weird. Let's draw him. So I did. Oh, and again, I remember I said about Dip. Dip is like obviously named after the Big Dipper. He is the one that you find in like the levels to do with space and stars and things like that. Um, and sometimes he's depicted with polka dots instead of stars, but it just depends on which version of franchise game you're playing. And eventually, on some levels, you get so big that you just end up rolling up the world, which I find rather poignant. You'd think after all these games, the King of the Cosmos would stop being a ding dong. Usually, I wouldn't have done a line art on a drawing like this. On my previous one, my Tamagotchi one, you saw it didn't have line art. I thought that worked rather well for like the pen and the style I was using. Oh, this one is Shy. Is this his name? Yeah, that's Shy. He doesn't end up staying because I don't like the way it looks hiding behind the kanji. I think it takes away from the composition a little bit. Although I am sad because the shading on this was really nice. There you go, gone, done. And this one is Kenta. This again was another pick of my boyfriend's. He really likes Kenta. And so do I. It is so cute. Again, this one looks exactly like the prince, just four-legged. And again, I messed up. I cocked up the color on this one. I made him way too dark to start with, and then I spent like an hour just lightening up the color when I could have just done it right in the first place. I don't know. So this is what King of All Cosmos looks like. He's a big, imposing guy, and when you finish a level, he sends out his rainbow freaking beam and collects you, so you can come back to space or whatever. So I added that in. And again, I'm very comfortable with color, as you can see. So I very much enjoyed adding all those rainbows and like the little effects. And I don't know, there's something about this one that I really, really love. Okay, so here is the finished piece. Like I said, I am absolutely over the moon with this piece. I'll just give you a little time to take it in. There's a lot of stuff going on, so you know, there it is.
Hey, bro, got a phone call.
Hello everyone. I really hope you enjoyed that video. Because I freaking enjoyed making it. I enjoyed making it so much. That I can't wait to make my next one. I already have the drawing finished, and I'll be making a video. In the next coming weeks. So the speed at which that comes out will depend on if you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and all that good shiz. So yeah, make sure to do that. And hopefully I will see you next time. Oh.
Big liver! Big liver! Yeah!
Little baby cat. She says to like, comment, share, and subscribe, or else she'll take a shit on your pillow.